think that's enough. Let's put some wax on this finial. And let's fit these together, see how it looks. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for stopping in and watching the live or the replay. Oops, lost that rag. All right. John up north, yo, yo, yo. What's up, hobo? So here is that hollow form we made today on the live. This is a piece of elm from my backyard. It's got some cool spalting in there. And we made a finial for it. I just put on finish. Hey, Heidi, what's up, girl? Hey, Dan. I just put on the final coats of finish. The live got interrupted at 3. I had a customer come over. I had to laser engrave something for him. So I just got back in the shop, but we're going to go. I just put on 2 more coats of lacquer, and then I finished it with some wax. If you guys are ever doing ornaments, I use this stuff. It's actually really expensive, so I don't know if I'd buy it again. But, shoop, shoop. So let's take this off. We're going to wax the bottom real quick, and then we're going to fit it in there and see what it looks like. I could have done something different with that, but whatever. Live and learn. They're not all going to be masterpieces, guys. But, I mean, I liked it at the time, you know what I mean? Who cares? I thought, let's see how it fits. Here's what it looks like. Actually, I mean, I'm not hating that thing. Check it out. That's actually pretty freaking cool looking. Okay, never mind. I like it. Check it out. Oh, sorry. Let's get some better light over here. Put it against some pale wood or some cherry. Man, I'm liking it, y'all. John, I guess I didn't realize you guys were from Maine. We had yesterday, on yesterday's live, we had someone called Mainly. I forget their name, but in their name was Mainly, and so they're from Maine. What do you think? You guys like that thing? I'm freaking digging it. Now, let's go put them. Let me go get the other dude. So here's the big brother. Hold on, I'm going to go put him over here in the light. It's dark at this part of the shop. Let's go put him over in the light. Let me see where my spinning here. We'll even do it on our spinning display. If you guys do wood turning, oh, hey, by the way, I'm selling coasters, slate coasters. Let's get hammered. If you guys need any, holler. Oh, that's cool, John. So you know them. So, but if you guys are selling stuff like, or if you're taking pictures of stuff, like bowls and stuff, come on. Oh, man, this thing's dead. But this thing is great. I got to charge it. It rotates. So anyway, there's the big brother. I'll pretend I'll be the rotator. There's the big brother that we made a couple of weeks ago. That's elm from my backyard. And then here is little brother. So these are my first 2 hollow forms. They're both hollowed out. Now what sucks is I got a better finish on that dude. Look at that. It's still pretty good. You're good, Dan. Take care of the calf, man. But I'm pretty happy with those. Pretty neat. I did leave this one a little long, but it'll be all right. So let's finish putting stuff on that, and then I told William we'll power carve a box real quick. I think, John, you were on the live last night. I made that. It wasn't that great of a box, to be honest. But I got it glued up. We're going to power carve the edges on it. That was my plan for that box. So we'll go power carve it in just a second. I'm going to mask up. But, yeah, let me get all this done real quick. So let's put some finish on this dude, and this will be done. All right, the big question. It's 4 o'clock my time. It's probably dinner time for you, John. What's for dinner? And the bigger question, who cooks in your house? You or your significant other? So, I mean, I'm more like the crock pot guy. I'll start something in the crock pot or the oven, you know, but my wife does most of the cooking. She's better at it. I can cook, don't get me wrong. It's just when I cook, she always tells me what I messed up on, so. Make sure you get all those nooks and crannies here. All right. And be sure to throw away all your rags. I always do that every day. William. No plan yet. Mike says, I hear a crock pot I need to rebuild into something else. Or you have a crock pot. Man, you need to start making your own board butter with it, man. All right, so here's the finial. That's a cool looking, check out that grain pattern. That's a kind of a cool finial. So anyway, let's get over here. Here's its forever home. Bam. All right, guys, so here's what's up. If you're selling this, I've got a big craft show. It's a 5-day craft show. It's in Oktoberfest. It's in Tulsa. We're voted the #1 Oktoberfest in the nation. It's a big deal. 5-day show for me. This will be the first time really selling stuff like this. Give me some ideas. What would these sell for? I really don't know, because I look on Etsy. Some of those people have this crap for like 30 or 40 bucks, and there's no way I'm going to take 40 bucks for that. So what do you think? The Element No Crock. Ooh, a curing box. That might be neat. What's up, Johnny? So here is the 35's good. So you're thinking this guy's a 35? What about the bigger dude? That guy looks like 75 all day to me. Okay, maybe I'm just thinking too much of my stuff. I'll ask my buddy. He does a lot of wood turning, but I mean that one, I don't know. Honestly, guys, when it's slow, I mean 30, 40 bucks helps out, you know? Yeah. Okay, I think 50 and 75. I'd be happy at 50 and 75 is kind of what I was thinking, but all right, so here is the box we built last night. Last night I said it was walnut, but you know, maple. But after looking at it, actually it still is. That's a piece of maple. It's just one of the odd colored ones. It's not. So that's what we got. We're going to chop these guys off, and then we're going to power carve the sides. Right, Hobo? So let's chop those off real quick. Let me show you how I do it. We'll take this guy off. Let me grab a piece of sandpaper. Poplar, huh? You know, it yeah, it definitely works. Like, I've got a stack of maple I bought like a small pallet from my wood supplier. They had a really good deal, and I made several gift boxes. But some of it was like this, where it's not the lighter colored. I guess that's considered, the darker stuff's considered sapwood, I guess. Not 100% certain. So this is how I trim these guys. Protect your wood. Multi-tool this dude. What's not good for batteries? All right, John, I believe in you. I'll do what you ask. Hey, glide smoothly now. Yeah, John, thanks, man. I mean, really, if I'm not live, I probably do this way, but honestly, I'm not sure. That goes a lot better, John. Good tip, man. Good tip. Thanks. Yeah, definitely this side up. Yeah, that side up works a lot better. So, let's sand this dude, and then we're going to bust out. You guys get to see my new Arbor Tech ball gouge. I've shown it on a live this week. It just showed up this week, and they sent me a couple of Arbor Tech items. So we'll be doing some demos. Let me grab my mask. Well, actually, I got to do another thing real quick. So check this out. Well, I'll explain it to you. Let me bust out the Arbor Tech. What do you think of my new coaster? All right, let me show you. Let me grab a piece of wood. That's a piece of ash. Yeah, I could get rid of the square background. Yeah, I guess I probably should. I got lazy and just copied the JPEG when I created it. All right, so let me show you this ball gouge. And then I'll show you what I want to do with the box. But watch how, here, you'll see. What do you think? Hey, Rick. Well, I'm sure they are dangerous. I just got it this week. This is probably my 5th or 6th time using it this week. That's probably the best I've done. You definitely, you're going, you keep it at about a 20, I think 25 to 30 degree angle, and you feed it from left to right. So you're dragging it, is my understanding. I've been watching some videos. This is actually the best I've done this week. That's actually pretty clean. So here's my challenge. I'm going to carve this box, the sides of the box, but here's the problem. You see how it ran out of the lip there and there? I don't want the box to be like that. So I've come up with a solution. Give me just a second, I'll show you what I come up with. And it may or may not work. But we're about to power carve this pencil box. Welcome back, Carrie. Appreciate you showing up. What's up? We have 9 up in here with 101 people watching. Thanks, guys. Please smash that like button for me. Hey, Carrie, what's for dinner tonight? John doesn't have any plans yet. Last night I had frozen Indian food from Trader Joe's. It was actually really good. So let me grab a couple of pieces of wood. I'll show you what I'm thinking of doing. Ooh, Waffle House sounds good. I haven't had that in forever. Actually, I've got one here in Tulsa, but I haven't had that since I went to Georgia like 3 years ago. I delivered a table to Georgia. Oh man, breakfast burritos sound good. It is like 4:20 here, so here's what I'm thinking, guys. I haven't done this, but you know, I used to make my own router templates. What I would do, like if I wanted to route, like let's say if I wanted to route something out here, I would just hot glue and build a little template. Like if I was wanting to route out 2 grooves, I would put a center piece and 2 end pieces, and then I would route it out. And that's a simple, quick, hot glue template, works well. So my thoughts are, I'm gonna put these at the top and bottom here. So maybe it will, because I don't want it to mess up the top or bottom, like here and here. So I want to control, I want the circles or the cutouts to be here as much as possible. So I think that'll work. That's the idea I had. John up north. John, here's my big boy. This is what I've got. I've got the 51-130. I was just using that a little bit ago. And then I also have the Creality Falcon A1. Wild Home. Hey, you guys. How are y'all? We are doing some power carving. We just carved this. We're going to make a spoon out of that. That's actually decent. But we're going to power carve this pencil box. There's a pencil box I built. We're about to build, we're going to power carve this thing. And then we're going to put some finish, sand this and finish it. And call this thing good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I need to check your channel out. You know, it seems like I don't watch as much YouTube, but honestly, I'm live a lot, so I'm spending a lot of time on YouTube broadcasting. So I don't watch as much YouTube as I used to. Shoop. Awesome, Shoop. They've got a great channel. I forget how many acres. They live on an island. It's really neat. So they've got homesteading and all kinds of cool stuff. Hope everyone's doing good. John uses his 100-watt CO2 to make all my templates, the ones I use all the time. I cut out a quarter-inch plexiglass. Yeah, John. I cut half-inch oak in this, no problem. I can cut 3/4, but I don't like to. Like today, I just built that match fit this week, and I cut out the half-inch Baltic birch accessories, no problem. So I cut half-inch, no problem. 62 acres, okay. I knew it was more than 28. For some reason in my mind I was thinking 28, but I'm still trying to find a good way to, here's some salt and pepper shakers. I made those last week. Trying to figure out a good way to batch those out. Drilling the holes is really wears me out. So we're just waiting for that hot glue to melt so we can add what's on. This little beauty. That is made out of elm. This is elm and this is elm. That's the same piece of wood, the same log. Or regulate the evaporation and of moisture. Oh, is it cutting out? You know what? I think my microphone was popping out, so I turned the microphone off. Sorry. Anyway, I was telling Wild Home, those are from my backyard, the 2 hollow forms. Thanks for letting me know, Shoop. Yeah, the microphone on the back of the phone, it sometimes pops loose because of my case on the phone. Is the audio better now? Is it more consistent? Hey, thanks, Carrie. Good. Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so let's see if the hot glue's ready. Yep, hey. The hot glue's ready. So this is my idea. We're just going to, and hot glue, it comes off pretty easy. We're just going to stick this on. Check this out. Stick this bad boy on. This is just some scrap ash from a project last year. I always thought I was going to do some wall art with it and just never did. Okay. Other side, let's take the lid off. I'm going to do the same thing. And I haven't tried this before. I mean, I just had this power carver this week. So it showed up unexpectedly. They didn't tell me they were sending it. So I'm pretty excited. I'm also going to be carving some bigger bowls with, they sent me another tool called the Spheroplane, where it carves for you. Divino Frank, hello, how are you? All right, so give that a couple of minutes and we're ready to power carve. Let me figure out how to hold this down. Wild Home, this is some maple right here. It's just not the whitish maple. This is maple though. The box, that's maple. We're about, once we power carve it, we're gonna finish sand it and we're gonna apply some hard wax oil. I'll have to bring that out. Hey, Bill Dozer, how are you? Just about ready. So this is what we're gonna use to power carve. This is my Porter Cable angle grinder and we're using the Arbortech ball gouge. So about 5 minutes ago, we made this. I hollowed this out for practice. This is like my 5th or 6th time using this tool. It is so smooth to the touch. So it's a very clean cut. It's just, I'm still learning to control it. And if you zoom in there, the problem is I'm not controlling it well, so it jumped off there and there. And that's why I put these, let's call them bumpers. That's why I put these bumpers, because I don't want the top of the box or the bottom of the box to get carved. So we're trying to control the path of the carving. And really, guys, no idea if this is gonna work. We're about to find out though. So let me figure out a way to carve this. Or to hold it down. We have to be able to hold it down. So we're going to hold it down right here. Let's see. We're going to shift positions here. You know what's cool though? We're going to make a spoon out of that ash cutout. Oh, I didn't know that was you, William. Bill Dozer. Man, I didn't know that. I'm sure you told me 5 minutes ago, but... All right, so let's see. The power carver, from my understanding, it likes to start from the left and go to the right. So, Carrie, do you know Shoop? So what we're gonna do is clamp this bad boy to the table, and when we're done with this half, we'll switch it around. Oh, okay. I thought so. All right, you guys ready to go? You ready to carve? Give me a thumbs up. Before we carve, tell me where you're watching from. I am in Oklahoma. Los Estados Unidos. United States for you English-speaking people. All right, I guess we're carving. Let's go. Let's go. Washington. Carrie says Washington. All right. All right, let's get to carving. All right. Who thinks it's going to look like crap? Who thinks it's going to look cool? Thumbs up for cool. Thumbs down for crappy. Oh, nice, man. I've been wanting to get a solar light for mine. Yeah, it looks like scales. Whoopsie! Sorry about that. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Now, guys, what's crazy, that's what it looks like. Those things blew off, but I was able to control it pretty well. So it looks like scales. Now, what's cool, that thing is so smooth. This is basically like a blade. That's exactly what it's a revolving blade, but it's super smooth. Like, I'm not getting a splinter, which is crazy. I've tried to carve with a carbide burr before. Ton of sanding. But man, I can run my hand along here, no splinters. So, kind of cool looking. So let's keep going. Let's flip it around and do this other side. These clamps have been some of the best clamps I've ever owned right here.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
Oh, Hank Hill. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Bobby? No, I don't know. My kids do a good Bobby, Hank Hill, but I can't do it. Sorry, guys. Unlike most people on YouTube, I wear my respirator and safety gear. So, just saying. I'm not pointing fingers. That's pretty cool. Some of that glue got on the blade, so I don't think I'd do that again. I got some residue So I'm gonna have to clean that off with some alcohol or something. So I'm just coming in here lightly. It's really smooth though. I'm really impressed. I wasn't expecting it to be so smooth. This sandpaper sucks. It leaves a blue residue. Be right back. Man, that's surprisingly smooth. Now this one I messed up a couple of spots, but not too bad. And we'll put some finish on this in just a few minutes. I like it. I gotta get some more of this crap off. Some of that glue. Oh, heck, I didn't have any of that off. I didn't realize that. Duh. If you guys want any bumble shoots, there's a discount code in my video descriptions or the site. I think you get 10% or 8% off. So they sent it to me this week. I've been trying it out. I'm digging it. It smells so good. It smells like lemon. Is it stipling? Is that what it is? Stipling? All right, guys, we have 25 likes and 132 people watching. Help a brother out. Let's get up to 30 likes up in here. Stipling. Oh, yes. Oh, that's cool. Now you can start seeing the depth. All right, so here's what I'm envisioning. What do you think? I do wall art, right? What do you think of a 3D cutout, laser cutout bumblebee with that as like a background on a nice piece of wood for a wall art? I don't know. I guess you have to like bees, but I'm always thinking of ideas. I've got a big craft show coming up. I'm always thinking of something to sell, you know? It's my full-time gig, so. That's pretty. Oh, brother. Oh, that'd be kind of cool, John. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, John. Good idea. I've seen something like that. Great idea. I've actually been wanting to gain golfers as a demographic or a customer base. That's a great idea. I make golf course maps. You ever make those, John? Kind of hard to do the first one though, to design them. Once you design a course, it's a lot easier, but to design one, it's taken a while, for me anyway. And a lot of times on my boxes, I may pre-finish them, but it just depends. Starting to look pretty good. I'm digging this with the wax on it. Yeah, me too, John. I've only made one. What's some good local sellers for you, John? I need some ideas. I'm not trying to sell those online, but what are some good craft show sellers? I do lake maps, you know, I make the custom frames and epoxy. That's my big seller this time of year, or coming up on this time of year. Take a lot of effort, but they're a lot better than the painted variety. Yeah, John. I've made a few of those. Someone had me do a, last year they had me do a soccer stadium in Germany, I think. It was pretty cool. And I've done a couple of stadium maps. I think I do 4 layers, something like that. I'll send you a message, John. Or actually, send me an email, myhoneyshandmade@gmail.com. Man, this stuff smells so great. This is all natural. The solvents are all natural. Pretty neat. I'm liking this stuff so far. Time will tell. Man, I just love how it brings the wood to life, you know? Got a few more spots. And up here, I want those to be, make sure those are waxed up. 31 likes. You guys are great. Thanks, y'all. Heidi. All right, Heidi. I think I told William. I don't remember if you were on. Let me know in the next, what works for you in the next couple of days. We'll do a members only live, and I'll give you tips. So let me know. We can do a phone call too. You're one of my channel members, you get some VIP treatment, you know? See that? I don't know if that's glue or what. There's something there. Here's what I like about wax. No big deal to touch up, man. I've been doing this for boxes, and I like it. All right, 124 in here. That's awesome, guys. Thanks for hanging around. So see how you see that? Now let's see the depth that comes out once you wax it. Starts darkening up. That's when you really get some depth. Fun project. And you know what? I was getting the hang of it. I was getting some pretty good control. Almost have this waxed. See, check out that depth. Yeah, thanks, Carrie. I mean, I've watched a few instructional videos, and Matt Carbs has he gave a tip after he'd used it for 2 years. He gave some tips, and those all kind of help, you know. Use your resources. Now, Carrie, do you craft or make things? I know, I think I just first met you yesterday on my live. This is the tedious part, trying to wax this up. But I think I've got a little glue there. See that glue? Little squeeze out, or oh, now I got the crap in there. Come on, dude. What happened to my dust collection? Oh, cool. That's fun stuff. I've been doing it full time for 3.5 years. All together, probably, I would guess 9 or 10 years woodworking. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It's got a little lint floating around. I still got I'm gonna try this. Just put my fingertip in the wax. Yeah, that worked out. Actually, that did pretty good. I can see some dry spots. Flip it around, see if I see any dry spots. Just when you can kind of see it in the light. This is where my OCD kicks in. It wants me to get each little one. Oh, heck, I didn't even get that side or that end. That's nice with the wax finish when you put it on the end grain. It doesn't just soak it all up, it coats. That's nice. All right, so got some lint. Yeah, I do too. I think I like John's idea. I'm gonna make some I plan on doing some wall art with it. I thought about maybe some wavy lines and some of the these half spheres. Let's get some of this lint off from that cloth. Okay. I'm not hating it, y'all. And okay, let's do the lid. And I think I'll throw this out on my Etsy shop. What would you guys sell this for? Oh, wait, let me get the lid on first. More than 20? Blowgun? What? Oh, thanks for sharing that, Shoop. Oh, I've just said make a half sphere and dimple it like the moon. Yeah. Keep the ideas coming, John. I got your message too. I'll respond to you when I'm off. I'm excited to see. This was a fun project, y'all. We started last night on a live, and honestly, it's not my preferred choice style of boxes. I like the miters, but I didn't have enough time because miters, you really got to dial those in, you know. I was just wanting to do a quick live, but as you can tell, when I fill those, I mill those to fill them. They turn out pretty good, actually. Brian, how are you, sir? Shoop says 45 and do personal messages on lid with the laser. Yep. Oh crap, I didn't do this side. Come on. And if you guys saw it last night, I used that to carve in my little hand hold or finger hold, thumb grip, whatever it's called. Brian, what are you doing, man? Does anybody know, is DeLon going live tonight? Him and Professor Rusty? John, I need to try box joints again. I tried a couple months ago and just didn't get the result I wanted. Yeah, I'll have to check out DeLon's live. So, yeah. All right, so here we go. Slide it in. It's pretty distinct with that dimpling. Personally, I think I was using pre-milled wood. I would probably make this less thick. It's a little chunky for me. Hey, Rumpel, what are you doing? But you know what? I'm digging that though. I gotta get that off there, that blue. Go, blah, blah. I gotta get some lint off. There's still some lint on there. What do you guys think? What'd Shoop say? 45 and do personal messages. Hey, I'm all about 45 for that. Thanks, Rumpel. Rumpel, I can't remember if you saw me, but I'm using that Arbortech bowl gouge. Now, here's another tool Arbortech sent me. It's the Spheroplane. You can carve perfect circles, or spheres, I mean. And I'm going to try to carve larger bowls. I've got several chunks of very large wood that my lathe can't handle. So I'll be showing that soon once I bust it open and practice on it a little bit. But for this, I'm pretty excited. Now you can see that's probably, you got that light spot. That's more than likely the, yeah, that needs sanded more. That's that hot glue. That's the thing I hate about the hot glue. Like, look, actually you can see it on both sides when you, so I'm gonna have to sand that again, add a little more wax. So let me do that real quick. 35 likes. Check that other side. The other side looks pretty good, except for right here. That's one thing. If you're doing finishing, it's called, I think it's called a raking light. If you go at a different angle, you can see, you see how right here you can see it a little bit, but anyway. If you go at different angles with the light, you can find discrepancies in your finish before you are applying finish. Hey, it's all good, Rumpel. What's happening geopolitically? Better. Man, I still got some lint. I hate those. I'm not using those again. I always tell myself that I need to just throw it away. So let's try the blue towel this time. Pretty annoying. Yeah. It's better. But now the problem is with sanding after this, it's kind of a mess. The wax and sand, yeah, good stuff. Okay, that's better. Definitely blue shop towels are much better than that crappy stuff you get from Lowe's, those white cloths. The lint has really aggravated me. Well, I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. Hey, Heather B. What do you think? Little pencil box, storage box. Cool little texture. Man, it is freaking cool to touch. Little tactile pencil box. I'm totally going to have to make some of those. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kevin, what are you doing, man? We just power carved. This is the box we started on the live last night. Just added some hard wax. And then, then we added some, we carved it with the Arbortech ball gouge. And kind of digging it, man. Feels really good. Smells great. That wax finish. Lemon. Dig it. So, all right. So that's a done deal. Here is, let me throw this stuff away. I like to, any of my rags, paper that have touched finishing products, I throw those into a burn can. Here's one we just power carved. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Turn a piece half round, almost like the start of a bowl, and then dimple it like a golf ball. Let me think about this. Turn a piece half round, like the start of a ball or bowl, and then dimple it like a golf ball. That might be kind of interesting. Keyhole on the back and a golfer could hang it. That's kind of cool, man. Hey, Grumpy, what are you doing? So this is going to be, it's going to be we're going to make an ash spoon out of this one. That look pretty straight. That looks pretty good. I tried to make a couple of spoons a couple of days ago. Kind of mixed results. What I realized is, here, let me show them to you. So here's one I made from cherry. I turned the handle on the lathe. And I kept the machine or the hand tooling. It's all right, right? Then here is a walnut version. And I shaped it before turning. So what I realized is I still love, that's still a kind of a eye-catching spoon though. It's walnut, it's beautiful. And it's, other than that, But I think what I've learned is cut it out, or actually cut it, turn it, and then shape it. If that makes sense. So if you guys want to stick around, let's do that real quick. I'm down. I got about another 20 minutes. Jason.
Okay. Who? My mother. I was all the way back from Monaco. I'm gonna. Hey, you seen that Oprah Winfrey commercial? It said she was spelling out some kind of drug. They say it's better than Ozempic. Blah 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 blah. Oprah Winfrey said, and I was like, Mom, you need to be careful. She's like, I'm gonna buy. She was like saying she wanted to try it, and I go, what? She goes, well, I'm gonna try it, and I was like, you don't need to lose weight. She goes, well, I go, don't be buying anything online from some weird, and I go, Mom, with AI, I saw something the other day, it looked like Oprah Winfrey talking, and it wasn't Oprah Winfrey, it was all AI generated, and I go, you gotta watch out. Keep getting your hair and stuff. She kind of got frustrated with it. I was like, because when you looked out, I was like, oh, shut up, mother. I don't know. I need to find where to get it, but it hurt so bad. There's this stuff called POA, Julie had, and I like it because it really like hits and I went got cash and I realized I didn't have my license. It was like 40% broker was what they shoot at. But
Yep. That is a chunk of wood in the phone holder, John. It has a magnet on it. Don't judge me. Yeah, it does. Sorry, I'm back. My wife came to chat for a sec. Whoopsie. Not too bad. I'll send you the link, John, off Amazon. It's the mag lock for your phone cases. Honestly, though, it's really not strong enough for an iPhone 16 Plus. It worked better with my older phone. Way off center. That's a tough cookie to crack. Hey Francisco, how are you? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. But... Nah, I gotta figure this out. What do you mean, put this over there? Nah, I think my problem is, Todd, I'm thinking it's an order of operations. Like I cut it off. Should I? My question is, I'm trying to scoop these out and then lathe it. Should I try to turn it first and then scoop out? I don't know. Trying to play with it. I thought it would go quicker, but I'm out of time, so. Okay, I'll try that next time. Thanks for the advice, Todd. Hope you guys have a good evening. That's it for me tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one. Hey, Todd, let me show you my box. I don't know if you saw the box. Here's that box from last night. We power carved it today. Hey, see you, Rumpel. Kind of a cool pencil box. So, hey, later, John. So, hope you guys have a good one. Catch you on the next one.